Well, I kind of studied animation in Ballyfermot for 4 years. Before that, as a kid, I was just always into animation and cartoons and comic books. So yeah, it was just seemed to be the natural thing to do to kind of start studying animation. And then I was fortunate to kind of get some work in the industry in Ireland and also abroad. We specialise primarily in 2D animation, although we're starting to kind of do some 3D animation work at the moment. Yeah, I mean, over the years we've worked on series for Cartoon Network and Disney and Nickelodeon, all of which were kind of 2D action comedy-based shows. The biggest challenge is actually just continuity of work between projects, because each project takes so long to kind of get up and running before contracts are signed. It's just making sure that we have continuity of our staff between the end of one project and the beginning of the next. So that's usually kind of the trickiest part. Well, I think we used lots of different techniques over the years, but it's actually all really kind of boils down to just good traditional animation skills. So if it's drawn on paper, or it's done in 3D or it's in Flash or whatever program, I think it's as long as the kind of the core traditional animation sensibilities shine through, and that's the most important thing. I think it's hugely important. I mean, for young filmmakers to see upcoming films from people of their peers, it's great because it gives people the chance. I can do it. I don't need a huge budget. I just need a camera and I need a couple of enthusiastic people and a good story to tell. Draw. That's the main thing. It's I mean, if you're a good talent, you'll get work. If you're good at it, you'll get work. The trick is to keep drawing. I mean, the best thing about art or animation is that you just keep getting better. Of all time, feature film would have to be Pinocchio, because it's just a gorgeous, beautiful looking film. It's very strange, very surreal as well, and it feels timeless. I mean, I think kids looking at it now doesn't feel dated. It just feels like a classic not a classic lost film, but just it just feels like a classic, just classic storytelling and warm characters. And then I think Incredibles is also, I think it's one of my favourite all-time films, and also The Iron Giant is another outstanding animated film as well.